Hey everybody, welcome to rotocurve.com. This is one of our first editions of the NFL Learning Curve. And first things first, when new players are playing daily fantasy sports, and specifically daily fantasy baseball, the first thing you're going to want to do is called a free roll. So what is a free roll? A free roll is a regular daily fantasy sports contest where you can simply play for free, but sometimes there's prizes that can be awarded to the top finishers. Now, why would you want to play a free roll? It's so hard to cash, and a lot of people have discussed the fact that even though you are playing for free, the chances of winning are very slim. But you got to remember, there's a lot more benefit to that than just the reason for playing and trying to win. The first thing is for new players, playing in a free roll allows you to see how some of the winning lineups are constructed. If it's not your own. And one thing about that is it shows that in reverse lineup construction is something we like to look at in the daily fantasy sports world. You see why certain players picked certain guys for their lineups, and you can use that to your advantage. Say, for example, a player picked Nick Foles last year against the Oakland Raiders when he threw 7 touchdowns. If you didn't pick him, you wanted to look at why he had such a good game. Now, no one expected 7 touchdowns, but the Oakland Raiders secondary was one of the worst in football, so it was a good play. And also, you can use these free rolls to see how highly owned a player is. And what that means is, if you look at FanDuel, if you look at your contests, if there's a player like a Peyton Manning and he says his own percentage is close to 20%, that means a lot of people on a free roll have him. And one reason to see that is maybe that means a lot of other daily fantasy sports players liked him for that week. Now, this doesn't mean he's a good or bad play, but it shows that your research is consistent with other people's research. Free roll contests can be rewarding. I know FanDuel offers a lot of free roll contests to those who have ordered gold or have earned silver or gold points, which this allows for people that play on FanDuel to earn rates into these free roll contests. But those links show up a lot, and a lot of players are offered this link to play, so be sure to keep an eye out for that. These things can be rewarding. I know a couple of friends of mine have won over $100 in their free rolls, and it's free to enter, so keep an eye out for that. And the one thing I wanted to talk about before we get off is the one thing about free rolls is it's fun. I mean, if you can play a slate, maybe if you're a newer player, you don't want to put any money down, but you still want to play, it's free to enter, and sometimes you can win things. So there's really no downside to doing so. You can pick maybe your favorite team and see how they stack up and how they score. And it's one other thing to look at is when new daily fantasy players are playing a new game, they're going to want to know how to get used to this scoring contest. And on FanDuel for football, when there's a half-point PPR, it's interesting to see how some of the top receivers match up with getting a half-point per reception from tight ends who catch 6 or 7 balls in a game. So it's a lot of fun, and there's a lot of upside to playing in these free rolls. So those of you that haven't played yet, be sure to get into yours on FanDuel right away.